Hello everyone, this is Sloth from Sloth and Moose with another Starcraft 2 commentary. Actually going to have my gameplay today. It's going to be a 1v1 ladder match on my favorite 1v1 map, Scrap Station. And when I say 1v1 map, I'm not including Metalopolis or the Shattered Temple or any of the new GSL maps. But what I mean by that is this is my favorite between this one and Xel'Naga Caverns. As far as I'm concerned, they could take out Xel'Naga Caverns and just keep this one as the only map where there's only 2 spawn locations possible. But yeah guys, it is going to be a Zerg versus Zerg, the dreaded Zerg versus Zerg, and I've complained about Zerg versus Zerg, and I just said Zerg versus Zerg like 4 times in like 2 seconds. I apologize. Anyway, I have apologized about it in the past, but I have gotten a lot better at it lately. And another thing, I want to get y'all's opinion. I've been watching like some live stream, like Idra, Huck, a lot of other grubby, some more on TeamLiquid.net. I've been watching live streams, and they all tend to play on low graphic settings. And honestly, I've been actually trying it lately, and with my new graphics card and everything, playing on low settings, I mean, you get max frame rate that you could possibly even notice. So, I've actually been playing on it lately, and it feels like I've been playing more smoothly. I don't know what it is, but it just feels like I've been playing a lot better. But I would like to get y'all's opinions on that, if that helps y'all playing on low graphics, or if some of y'all are forced to play on low graphics, because there's a difference there. Because if you're forced to play on low graphics, you're probably not getting very good frame rate anyway. On your, I mean, you couldn't even tell the difference. I mean, you can't even compare because you can't play on ultra or extreme or whatever. But going from extreme to low graphics quality, it seems like it helped me, honestly. Anyway, let's get to the gameplay. My spawning pool, let's bring up the production chart. Mine is a little bit quicker than his, and I've already got my gas going. Let's see if he does have his gas. He's about 60, so my gas was a little bit earlier than his. Gonna allow me to get Zergling speed first. And guys, Zergling speed, I mean, if you're a Zerg player, get Zergling speed, even if you don't plan on going that heavy on the lings, and you will see why later in the game. I mean, Zerg versus Zerg nowadays is really about roaches. If you're trying these all-in ling builds, which is what I've tried before, then and it'll work for a little while, but once you get higher up there, you definitely have to get the roaches out, and that's what's going to win you the game or lose you the game, depending on the roaches, upgrades, stuff like that. Anyway, I was going up here. If you notice, my drone kind of pulled up here whenever his scouting drone was in here being chased by the 2 lings. I didn't want to throw down that roach warren. I didn't want him to know I was going roaches just immediately, so I did pull that drone back. I went ahead and threw down my roach warren, and I do decide to get a pretty quick lair. The reason I did this is because the rush distances on this map are pretty darn far away. So you see I've got my second gas as well. This really, you don't need 2 gas if you're just going roaches, but I mean, roaches of course cost gas. I've already spent 100 gas on my ling speed, and I'm gonna be since I'm getting my lair, that's another 100 gas. I'm gonna have 100 gas for my Glio Reconstitution roach speed. And also, I should get an Evo chamber eventually. But you do see my first few roaches are out. He only has, let's see how many Zerglings he has. He has 10 Zerglings that they could probably do a little bit of damage against this, but he's going to need a lot more than that to do any real damage. So Glio Reconstitution on the way. I'll be droning out, should be droning up quite a bit. See, 6 more drones popping out. Try and get fully saturated if you're doing this kind of build. And my Evo chamber is now going down. It's going to be ready pretty much as soon as it gets up. But it does look like he wants to engage right here. He's got 8 lings outside my base, as well as 8 more coming across at the Xel'Naga, and then 2 more right there. So about somewhere close to 20 lings versus 3 roaches, a queen, and 2 lings. Obviously, he would win this battle if he moved in right now, and it looks like he's going to. So he pulls in right there. Not too much I can do. I've got 2 more lings on the way. That's all. I've got my other queen. As soon as that queen died, I went ahead and got the next one. But these roaches are actually doing pretty good. They've got kind of decent place for them to, I mean, my apologies, but all these lings were very low in health, so just pulling off a few drones really was able to clean them up pretty well. But yeah, like I said, I had to pull the drones off the line right there to clean up those lings. They were very low on the hit points, and it does look like he has made the tech switch over to roaches just simply because he knows if I mass up roaches against his lings, it's just going to be game over for him. As soon as I get that queen out, go ahead and inject. Please inject. Inject. You just spawned. Thank you. Level 1 attacks is not on the way yet. It should be, but honestly, I was really focused on making units right now. I really didn't feel comfortable at this point. He did a really good job right there of taking me out. But what I'm doing right here, this is what I was talking about earlier about getting ling speed. I pull, it's only, how many is it? It's only 8 lings right here. A few more on the way, so about 16 lings. And I'm only going to have these 3 roaches. I've got 1 more on the way, and he's got 8 more lings on the way, as well as all of these other roaches. But right here, what I do, I knew he was pulling down the rocks, because I mean, you can be pretty offensive and get them overlord, or pretty aggressive with those overlords. So right there, what I do, I pull in here really quick with these lings. He can either choose to pull back right here or engage and try and do like a base race. So what I have to do right here, I have to fend this off. I have to. Otherwise, I mean, these lings aren't going to add up very much to his lings and his roaches. So he pulls in right here. I try and get good position. I pull back close to my lair, and I'm doing alright right here. I do have a few more roaches on the way, and I know I have to pull off drones to be able to win this battle. I'm down on roaches just by a few, but as long as I can keep these roaches alive, that'll be fine. I mean, I have all my drones attacking now. 3 roaches. I've taken out every single one of his drones, as well as I'm starting to take out his base. And right here, he does try to focus down my roaches, which is really what he needed to do a little bit better. But I'm just going to be able to continue to produce, and I just produced 5 more drones, and he has 0. And I think he gets a little angry and leaves the game. But right there, really what won it for me. I mean, we would have had a pretty good battle right here if I would have had all these lings helping me as well. But what I do right here, I see him breaking down the rocks with this overlord, and like I was saying, you can keep your overlords. I mean, not like right up here by the creep. The queen obviously will get them, but I mean, right here, I have one right here. Right here, this one I probably could have put over here at the rocks, and this one's just checking for the expansion. But you can be aggressive with your overlords in ZvZ. It's a really easy way to be able to see like when the enemy is attacking, blah blah blah. Because typically on one base, you're not going to see many roaches, and you don't really have to worry about you're not going to see many roaches. You're not going to see many hydras. You don't really have to worry about hydras until they get a second base. If they do go hydras on one base, you're going to have the roach advantage, and honestly, hydras just, I don't believe they add up well against roaches. I don't like going hydras in a big roach game. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this cast. Maybe it'll give you a little intel on how to play ZvZs. And again, this had a lot to do with the map size and the rush distances and everything. If it would have been a really short distance, if he had only had to come through here with those early zerglings, he probably would have done a lot better, and would have been able to continue to put on pressure instead of having to pull back because of my roaches spawning too quickly. So I really enjoy you guys watching my cast. I did have level 1 on the way, so that's pretty good. It is a really gas heavy build. I mean, I guess I could just get these 2 gases until I get that level 1 and roach speed, but no big deal. And that's probably Moose. So I hope you enjoyed this cast, and I'll see you next time.